Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So when the fall and winter come, one of the topics that I always want to feature on my channel, to do a video on, is of course vanilla fragrances. I love vanilla fragrances, but after doing YouTube for a number of years, I'm faced with a challenge. Well, do I want to repeat the same thing that I have done before? Do I want to talk about gourmand vanillas or woody vanillas or my top 10 vanillas or whatever that I have done before, I've talked about before? And so I didn't think I was going to make a vanilla video this fall, but I watched the video from Kim, Canada Kim. If you're not familiar with her channel, you definitely need to check it out. It's going to be linked below. She not only does videos on fragrances, but also candles, nail polishes. She has really, really interesting channel. Please make sure to check her out. But recently she did a video ranking all of her vanilla fragrances. And I thought, wow, that is so fun. I want to do that. And then as soon as I thought I want to do that, I thought, oh, this is quite an undertaking. I mean, bigger part of my collection is vanilla fragrances. How am I ever going to be able to do that? But I gave it some thought, tried to organize my vanilla fragrances, and I came up with top 25. So I've only chosen fragrances from my collection that have a very, very prominent note of vanilla. There are many more that have vanilla featured as a note, but if it's not prominent, it's not in this list. And so I have top 25. However, the actual number of bottles that I have in front of me, I think are around 32, because some of them are in groups. Why and how, I will explain once I get to that. Obviously, because there are so many fragrances, I will spend very, very little time on each one. This will be very, very brief introduction, and then we move on to the next one. So for those of you that are interested in vanilla, please stay with me and watch this video. There will be so many amazing vanillas mentioned here. And I'm really curious to know how well you guys know me. Put it down in the comments. What do you think my top 3 are going to be? Okay, now we have so much to get through. Let's get started. So in number 25 spot, so the last on the list, unfortunately, but somebody had to be there, I have Un Bois Vanille from Serge Lutens. It's a beautiful vanilla, but it's very, very heavy and very, very creamy and very, very smoky. And it's almost a little bit too much on every front. And I really have to be in a very specific mood to wear this one. That's why it lands in number 25. Number 24. And this one might surprise you. I have a Sergio fragrance, and it is Dama Bianca. It's a beautiful, different vanilla. I mean, all of these are great. If I have them in my collection, then they're all great, but some are greater than others. And this one is kind of fruity, powdery type of vanilla. It's a little bit out of my comfort zone type of vanilla. So even though it is beautiful, again, I have to be in the mood to wear this one. So it is in the 24th spot. Number 23 goes to Valentino Donna Born in Roma Intense. So this is vanilla and jasmine. And so this one makes total sense that it is, at the end of my list, because jasmine is quite heavy. And although, again, I really enjoy this scent, I prefer fragrances with less florals in them, or the florals are different, or they're better blended. I don't know. But the florals, jasmine is quite heavy here. And so this is number 23. Number 22 goes to Vanilla de Madagascar from Perfume di Firenze. I think this is still their older packaging. I think their packaging has changed since then. I've wanted to get this vanilla for a very, very long time. I remember Perfume Guy talking about it like years and years ago, and I got it, and it's beautiful, but it's not at the top of my list. This, I mean, I know it has some, I think, florals in it, vanilla, something else, but you know, when I smell it, this is pure vanilla, you know, this is just vanilla without anything else. So that's why it is where it is. Number 21 goes to A Whiff of a Waffle Cone from Imaginary Authors. Now, this is their first release of this fragrance. I know that either earlier this year or last year, they re-released it with some modifications. I'm very, very curious if any of you have tried the newer version. Let me know, is there a difference between the old version and the new version? Because I haven't tried the new one. This one really smells like you're inside of an ice cream shop, you know, and you have the waffle cone and you have the ice cream, and they're putting together your ice cream. I mean, A Whiff of a Waffle Cone, it's a perfect name. It's nice, but it's not my favorite. So this is number 21. Number 20, and this is the first group that I have, because like I said, I have top 25, but they're in fact about 32 fragrances in this list. So fragrances that are very similar or have a similar vibe or a similar feel to them, I put them in a category rather than ranking them separately. So in number 20 spot, I have two fragrances, Noir Tropic from Maria Candida Gentile and Vanille de Tahiti from Paris Monte Carlo. Now, why did I put these two together? Well, because both of them have that kind of tropical vanilla vibe. You know, it's like you have tropical flowers mixed with vanilla, maybe some fruits, but not really. But this is tropical vanilla. Again, all of these are really great, but this is number 20. Okay, number 19 goes to Arabesque from the Merchant of Venice. This is like sort of tobacco vanille. Similar smell, similar vibe. I kind of preferred this one a little bit more over tobacco vanille. That's why I decluttered that one and I kept Arabesque. But if you like tobacco vanille, you're gonna like this one. Number 18 goes to, let me find the front, Note Vanille from Mikolev. Again, I talked about this one in a recent video, can't remember which one, but this is kind of a deep, woody, boozy vanilla with very kind of recognizable base. It's nice, but it's not my absolute favorite. So it lands in number 18. Okay, next one, number 17. I'm a little bit surprised that it is this low. I kind of thought it would be higher, but when I was ranking these, I just couldn't put it any higher. This is Gentle Fluidity Gold from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is kind of your ambery, I always call it sparkly vanilla. Maybe it has a slight kind of burnt vanilla or burnt sugar kind of vibe. Really nice, really pretty, a little bit, I don't know what's the right word to describe it, but slightly uneventful. Sort of, there's something a little bit less memorable about this one than some others that are in front of this fragrance. So that's why it lands where it lands. In number 16, again, we have a group of fragrances, and that is Pure Beluga from Guerlain and Black Tie from Celine. I think these fragrances are quite similar. You have your understated, elegant, sophisticated vanilla with a little bit of suede, really, really pretty, kind of on the softer side. And, you know, I love both of these, but there are other vanillas that I love more. So these go in number 16. And I am looking to the side because I have a list. This is a lot of fragrances to remember and what their spots are. So I am cheating a little bit. Number 15 goes to Lune Feline from Atelier des Ors. This is the strongest vanilla in this lineup. This is smoky. This is spicy, this is sweet, this is resinous. This is not for the faint at heart. But once you get over that sort of initial burnt rubber possible situation, it's amazing, especially in a cold weather. It's really, really amazing. I love this one. Again, couldn't put it any higher because there are others that I love more, but this is a really, really good one. Number 14 goes to a very new addition to my collection. Depending on how these videos come out, I will share it in a haul, or I did share it already, but anyways, either you did or you will see it soon. Vanilla Plantifolia from Chloe. This is a green floral vanilla. Beautiful, different, unique to my collection. Again, I lean more towards stronger, sweeter types of vanillas. So that's why this one is in number 14. And I want to apologize that I'm going so fast, but like I said, I have to go fast because we're talking about 30 plus bottles. And if I take my time and go slow and talk more about each one, we'll be here until tomorrow. And who has that much time to watch a video? So I'm kind of rushing through these. Of course, if you're interested to know more about any of these vanillas, if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments. Okay, we are at number 13. And at number 13, we have Ruby and Vanilla Intense from EBK. Oh, this is so beautiful. I haven't worn this one in a while, and when I smell it out of the bottle, gorgeous, gorgeous vanilla. There's something so smooth and creamy and almost velvety about this vanilla. It also has some floral touches. It has certain sweetness and brightness to it as well. I think the red bottle kind of works with this fragrance. I see this as a red scent. I don't know. Yeah, this is beautiful, really good. Next, in number 12 spot, I also have two fragrances that are very similar in my opinion. That is Burberry Goddess and Mon Exclusive from Guerlain. This is lavender and vanilla. This one is a little bit sweeter, a little bit stronger. This one is a little bit airier and less sweet. Both are beautiful, but very similar. That's why they go together. Number 11, I might surprise you with this one because in general, I'm not a huge fan of this house, to say the least. But I do have this mini vanilla from Kayali, and I have always enjoyed the scent because I did have a big bottle once upon a time when Kayali first became popular. I decluttered it. My problem with all of their fragrances is performance. That's my major problem. Performance is terrible on me. And I had to include this fragrance because I really, really enjoyed the scent. If the performance was better, I think I would have ranked this much higher, but because of the performance, it has to be here, which is still quite high, I think, number 11. So it almost cracked the top 10. This is a beautiful kind of gourmand bakery type of vanilla, maybe with some brown sugar, or I don't know, but it gives me some bakery vibes. So it's really nice, but performance is not great. And I know many people say, let it stand, let it get darker, let it macerate, it will get better. Yeah, it gets marginally better, but it doesn't get great. Yeah, at least it didn't for me. Woohoo! We made it to top 10. How exciting, how exciting. Now we're really getting to fragrances where I'm literally splitting hairs. I'm splitting hairs because all of these are so, so amazing. And opening the top 10, we have 100 Silent Ways from Nishani. Now, I kind of debated if I should include this fragrance in this list or not. I don't know if all of you consider this a vanilla scent, but for me, vanilla is such a strong player in this fragrance that it belongs on this list. This is vanilla and white florals mostly. That's what I get out of it. And it's really equal parts florals and vanilla. So I think, again, it deserves to be here. I mean, I don't need to speak about this one too much. You can see how much I used up. You know how much I love it. I've loved it for years. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Number 9 goes to a Guerlain fragrance, and it is Angelique Noir. I mean, Guerlain has some beautiful vanillas, And this one is a number 9 spot, and it's a green vanilla. It's basically Angelica and vanilla. Obviously, there are a lot of other nuances, but if I had to describe it in a couple of words, it's green vanilla. Okay, in number 8 spot, we have the largest group of fragrances. I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4. And I'm gonna show you the first one. I'm sure you can guess the other ones. The first one is Vanille from Frank Bouclet. Caramel, vanilla, citruses, absolutely delicious. I love this scent profile. Love, love, love. That is why I have quite a few in the same scent profile. And I have to put them all together in one group because I can't separate them. And I think it'll be unfair to rank them separately. So Vanille from Frank Bouclet was the first one. Devotion from Dolce & Gabbana is the second one. And of course, we have the two that started it all. Love and Crime from Ex Idolo and Lyra from Xerjoff. Love them all. Use them all. They're amazing. I'm not tired of the scent profile at all. The reason I put them in number 8, because I was really tempted to put them higher, is because I have so many in the scent profile, because this scent profile is no longer unique. There are quite a few fragrances that smell similar. So I had to rank them a little bit lower. But if I'm completely honest, these are probably one of my most used fragrances in my collection. And I use them completely interchangeably. Love them all. In number 7 spot, and again, I kind of thought this would be higher, but it ended up in number 7. We have the vanilla, the queen of all vanillas, Spirituous Double Vanille. Yes, from Guerlain. It is the number 7 spot. And woody, smoky, boozy, beautiful, elegant, sophisticated, gorgeous. What else can I say? Spirituous Double Vanille. In number 6 spot, I have a fragrance from Xerjoff. This is Ivory Root. Love, love, love this one. Spicy, sweet vanilla. So amazing. So strong. Like so punchy, but not overpowering. This is a staple in my collection in the winter. I always reach for this fragrance. Number 5, and I think this is probably, well, I don't know, but I think this might surprise you the most. When I asked you to guess my top 3, I would not be surprised if some of you thought that this would be in my top 3. The thing to remember here is that I'm ranking my vanillas, not my gourmands, and to me there is a difference. This would definitely it is my number 1 gourmand, but if we're ranking vanillas, I'm putting it in number 5. It is Unknown Pleasures from Kerosene. So incredible. The vanillic base in here is something so special. I don't know how Kerosene did it with this fragrance, but it's almost masterpiece quality to me. And I know some might say that this should go in the same category as like Lyra and all the other fragrances. To me, no, because for me, they're very, very different. And that is, I think, mostly because there is lemon in here and I barely get any lemon. Like my nose doesn't pick out lemon. To me, this is, condensed milk, dolce de leche with vanilla, with some tea. It's just an incredible, incredible fragrance. But, there are a lot of, like, even though vanilla is strong, there are a lot of other elements that are contributing to the amazingness of this scent. That is why when I'm looking at this as a vanilla, it is in number 5. Number 4 spot goes to Baby Cat from YSL. This is, again, a staple in the winter, or not just winter, but fall as well. As soon as colder weather hits, smoky, suede, amazing, sexy, seductive, just incredible, incredible vanilla. Worth all the hype. Love it. Number 3. So we're in the top 3. Come on, be honest. Who guessed that the next few fragrances will be in the top 3? I'm sure many of you knew that these would be in the top 3. So number 3 spot goes to Bianco Latte from Giardini di Toscana. I fell in love with this fragrance as soon as I sampled it. You know, even though in a way it has a similar scent profile to so many other fragrances, but I find something really special about this one. It's the combination of vanilla and caramel that is so special in this one. And the performance is so great because for me, so many of these types of vanillas perform terribly. And performance here is incredible. And that's why I love this fragrance. That's why it stands out to me amongst a number of others in the scent profile, and it is my number 3. Number 2 goes to two sisters, two fragrances, because again, it's impossible to separate them, and I think it doesn't make sense. Ani and Ani X from Nishane. Yes, you know this has been a long time love. Vanilla with bright ginger, and Ani X, very similar, a little bit less sweet, kind of the brightness and freshness mixes with vanilla, perhaps a little bit smoother than in Ani. I love them both, wear them both are incredible, and yeah, this is number 2. Which brings us to a very predictable number 1. Very predictable. It is, let's all say it together, Vanilla Love from Jimmy Choo. Yes, this is, you know, I when I started ranking this, at first I just came up with the list of all the vanillas that I had, and then I started organizing them, and I really wasn't sure, but I think at the back of my mind, I kind of was sure. I knew that this would have to be number 1 because it's a true love. For me, it's apricot jam. I don't need to spend any time on this. You've heard me talk about it so many times. You're probably sick of seeing this fragrance. But the reason I talk about it so much is because it is my number 1. This is, if I could only have one vanilla, which is like, oh my God, I can't have just one vanilla. But if something happened and I could only have one, I would be happy with this one. So Vanilla Love from Jimmy Choo takes number 1 spot. Whew. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I was talking so fast and so much. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know about your vanillas. Give me your list. How would you rank your vanillas, or maybe at least your top 3? I'm so curious to know. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up, to subscribe, and to comment. And I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.